Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a great day. I just wanted to check in and say hi. And if my dogs start barking, I'm going to apologize now because there's a robin building a nest right in front of the front window and it's driving the dogs crazy today. So if they start barking, which they probably will, that's why. So we just got home from Cuba 2 days ago. We got home on Monday night and we were lucky enough to get away for a week and have some fun in the sun and the sand and have some family time before my oldest leaves for university in September. We wanted to do a little trip. So we just got back from there and it kind of got me thinking while we were away that how difficult it can be traveling while you are vegan or plant-based or even vegetarian or whatever you're doing, that it definitely creates some challenges, and traveling with the kids especially. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that today and give you some tips that I found helpful while I was away. And luckily in July I was able to travel to Jamaica, and the difference between Jamaica and Cuba was huge when it came to traveling as a vegan. In Jamaica it was very easy. We made a little note on our online booking saying that we were vegan. We got there. It was quite easy to talk to them, and they ended up at each meal would put out a few dishes that they would actually label vegan, so it was very clear on what we could eat, and the fresh fruit was fantastic in Jamaica. So much variety, new fruits that we'd never heard of that we got to try, which is tons of fun, especially coming from Canada where we don't get that at all. Yeah, lots of choice. They really understood what veganism was, so it made it very easy. We had a great time. In Cuba this time, it was definitely more of a challenge. They didn't understand really what vegan was. There was a few of them who kind of got it, but more just that they thought that we just don't eat meat. They didn't get the rest of it, and nothing was labeled at the resort. So even if it was rice or a vegetable, we had no idea if there was butter in it, and sometimes you ask, and as much as they mean well, most of the time they just say no, there isn't. But there was times where I ate a vegetable after them saying no, there wasn't, and there was definitely butter in it. So I know there was a few times that there was some butter in there, but you just, in those situations, you do the best that you can and you move on. But it was a struggle. So if you've never traveled to Cuba and you're going there as a vegan, just maybe check with your travel agent or check online, and or in some of the Facebook groups for vegans, which is a great place to ask for advice. Try and find a resort where maybe people have had good luck with getting good stuff, because otherwise it's difficult. So it was a lot of plain fruit and some of the breads and rice. That was pretty much it. The kids were able to stay vegetarian for the week, but they definitely did have some cheese. But just because there's just no choice. And it was hard to know what was vegan and what was not. But we did the best that we could, and when they put out things like apples and bananas out on the buffet, we just stocked up and filled our bag and used those as extra snacks. And if we got to the buffet and there was nothing, we knew that back in the room we had lots of bananas and apples and things to do. And a tip before going, make sure you pack lots of snacks. So we packed lots of peanut butter, and then they also don't have peanut butter on a lot of the islands, so it's a great thing to leave afterwards, whatever you don't use, or take extra jars. I think we went down with six jars. To take peanut butter, we took, I know you're not supposed to, but we did take some dried fruit, and I don't know if you're allowed to travel with that, but we did. So some dried fruit, we took lots of Cliff bars, granola bars, protein bars, that kind of thing. So the kids did use those a lot, which was great. And just making sure that you had those extra options when you're down there if you couldn't find anything, and if you're out doing excursions, especially if you're off the resort and you're worried about what you're going to find and what you're going to get, having that stuff in your bag is great. So never leave home without your Cliff bars and dried fruit if you can travel with it. Make sure that you check the regulations though to make sure you're not going to get in trouble. But all in all, we were able to, even in that situation, and we really weren't happy with the resort either. It wasn't great. So even with all that, we were always able to find something, some kind of fruit, some kind of something to eat. We definitely didn't starve, but we were glad we took some stuff with us. And one other thing I wanted to touch on was the vegetables when you are down on an island or somewhere, to be careful that chances are they wash their vegetables in their tap water. So obviously when you go to somewhere like Cuba, you don't drink right out of the tap. You only drink bottled water. And people are very careful about that, and ice, but then they don't realize that they're eating the lettuce or tomatoes and all these things that are washed in their tap water, so they could still be contaminated. So just heads up on that. My oldest daughter, Marissa, did get quite sick when she was down there, and I think it came from salad or something like that. It must have been a touch of that, because she definitely didn't eat any meat or anything, so it couldn't have come from that, but I think it's from washing the vegetables. So just to be careful, especially going down there. As a plant-based person, you're going to be wanting to eat a lot of salad and stuff, so just be careful, because getting down there and having stomach issues is no fun at all. I think that was it. Just hopefully everyone gets to get away and has that opportunity to go down, and it's fun to do that and to experience new foods and all of that, but just it is an extra challenge traveling. Airport, airplane, once you get to the resort, when you're out on excursions, it can create a bit of a challenge, but look it up beforehand, reach out to people who have been wherever you're going, whether it's, Jamaica, Dominican, Cuba, wherever. Reach out to people who've been there before and get some tips from them. And if you ever have any questions about traveling to different islands and things to pack and things to watch for, you can always reach out at the Banana Hammock on Facebook or Instagram or here on the YouTube channel. And hopefully I can answer some of your questions. But don't let it stop you from traveling. Just make sure that you're prepared and you're going to have lots of yummy food to eat. And try and go to the islands where you know you're going to get great fresh fruit and get to experience those new things, and places where they understand what your dietary needs are. And so we had a great week away. I did post some pictures on the different social media sites of us, what we did, and we had lots of fun and did a Jeep excursion and got to go in the boats and swim in the coolest cave I've ever seen. Apparently it's the only cave in Cuba. It was really cool. And we rented a 59 pink Cadillac and cruised around in that with a driver who looked exactly like Bruno Mars. So that was fun, and the kids thought that was great too. And but next time we'll definitely go somewhere that's a little bit more vegan friendly. And if anyone has any suggestions for great vegan or veg friendly resorts, post down below and let me know. And hopefully next year we can pick somewhere that's a little bit more friendly and easier to go to. And that's it. So I hope you guys have a great week. And any travel questions or any suggestions for me for next time I travel on things that I can do, just reach out and let me know. And we'll see you soon. Have a great week, everybody.